Hello everyone and welcome to today's event where we'll be covering Ask Me Anything About Writing with PhotoBiz AI. So we're going to be focusing on how you can utilize the PhotoBiz AI built-in AI engine. So when it comes to helping you curate content for your website, making updates, and focusing on blog content and marketing content that you can focus on there, that's the part we're going to look at today. So we're going to walk you through how to utilize it, how you can make more enhanced options based on what's there, but also how you can clarify what you've already written. A big thing is, we don't have a lot of people on staff, right? So if you are a single person by yourself or you only have a couple people, maybe you're thinking about your website's content is the last, and then there's typos or spelling errors, or maybe it just doesn't sound like you. Well, today we're going to talk about how you can make those types of revisions utilizing the features that we've implemented on the system. So I'm going to give people some time, get settled in, and if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. I'd love to be able to answer them right here for you so we can make sure that you're utilizing any of the features that are on PhotoBiz for your business today and how you can capitalize on it. All right, let's give people some time to get settled in and we'll get started. All right, let's get started. Again, if you have any questions or comments about the PhotoBiz platform today, or web design, or AI, let me know in the comment section and I'll be able to assist you as we go through it. All right, let's dive in. All right. So, writing with PhotoBiz is really simple. So, when you launch into anything on the website builder itself, you'll have your blocks that you can design based off, the types of content that is there. Obviously, you have manual approaches where you can write anything that you want, however you want to structure it. This is where you can implement that directly in here. You can just type in what you want. You can make changes however you want to, like, oh, I want this to be a header 2. You can make any of those types of different presentations based on that. But if there's things that you have written before and you want to have revisions to it, or maybe you write this whole segment out and then you want PhotoBiz AI to kind of look over it, that's something you can totally do as well. Or you could completely change the prompt of what was written here. So we're going to walk through the different ways you can utilize it. Obviously, writing with it here is, like I said, a manual process where you can just type in anything else. I love to make my clients happy. So let's go on an adventure together. So yeah, you can write it normally like you typically would with any website builder, and then save changes once you're happy with that. You can see it modifies it over here. But what if I want this written differently? Well, there's the button. This is Ask PhotoBiz AI. So what you're going to ask it to do is it's going to take a look at what's written here, and it will revise it based on that information. So I could click here. It's going to assess it and revise it. And you can see that it went through, made some modifications, condensed some information, and just revised it enough to where it feels a little bit more better flow to it. But that's the nice thing about it. So you can just continually do that as many times as you want till you get what you want to say. You can make revisions based off that. If you don't have anything written here, if I take this out and I have the title, like personalized photograph for seniors, maybe that's the starting point, right? Oh no, nothing's here. Well, even if you have nothing written, it's going to use the title as the basis to join everything together. So when we're looking at this type of information, great. It's going to look at this data point right here as a point to make this adjustment. So we're just going to ask PhotoBiz AI now to make this change. And what it's going to do is it's going to write based off the title. And you see it wrote something purely that's completely different, but essentially what the main focus is, because we've done one thing, and that's set up our brand, our business profile. So it's utilizing the business profile as this go point for everything. And where you set that up, if you already have an existing account, you'll be able to go to the branding section. In the branding section here, you'll see the features that are allowed. You have a business profile. You can implement your business name, your location, what specialties that you have, your style and approach. Everything is there. So what is this? Specialty is going to be like what you specialize in as a photographer. So if you're a senior photographer, wedding photographer, you name it. Your style and approach, what's that going to do? Basically, this is feeding the system what type of style of photography you do, where you're located at, and what's your main goal, as a business. As a photographer, are you trying to do something completely different, or are you trying to stay traditional? These are things that you can describe in there, and it will understand, like, okay, this is the approach that this user wants. And then lastly is the brand's voice. So how important is brand's voice? Well, if you're trying to do something more traditional, maybe you're doing something like calm and elegant or polished and professional. But if you're trying to be something more modern, maybe you're looking at something else, like maybe artistic and expressive and friendly and casual, or fun and playful. So those are types of things that you want, how you want your brand's voice to sound like. Obviously, if I'm doing something really traditional, I might not utilize something that is, fun and casual. I want something that's a little bit more posh, maybe more elegant at the end of the day. So that's something you have to think about, how you want your coded, language to be spoken about. And it'll write that on behalf of you once you choose the brand's voice. And of course, any business information here will be also stored there. So I'm just going to click Save Changes. Maybe we change the approach to be, calm and elegant instead. Let's see what that does when it comes up with its own voice. So we'll go back over to this element over here. Now that we've told it to change how it speaks on behalf of us, we'll ask PhotoBiz AI to write something different, still with those parameters, but with a new language being spoken. You can see it's a little bit more verbose, which That's fine. That's because it's being, trying to be more elegant and highly spoken of. But you can see it's talking about it in a different way. Like it's talking about we offer personalized experience designed to showcase your individuality, and whether you're captivated, in the studio sessions or beautiful outdoor locations with vibrant landscapes. You can see it's much more flowery the way it's talking now versus just getting straight to the point with the fun poppiness of the other one. And then it's just however you want the language to be spoken on your website. This is where you can curate that. So you can see how over here it's fun and friendly, but over here now in this section, look how much verboseness it is and the elegance. So you think about how you want your brand's voice to be spoken. This is where PhotoBiz AI can assist you with that. And of course, you can make modifications as you go and things like that. But you can see how the language is, how it can modify everything on the page itself. So maybe you see this one, you're like, oh no, go for it. And now it's going to add that extra element. It also replaces anything if you're just getting started. With the brand profile updated, it changed it from Jerry Bragg to now Jane Doe. And you can see where it's talking about things in this nature. Now say there's nothing there in a block. Maybe we add a new one that's completely, unique to itself. We'll just pop this one in there. And here we go. It just says, hello, I'm a cool block. Obviously, once we ask PhotoBiz AI, it will replace that completely with anything that we've told it to speak like on behalf of us. And of course, it's going to utilize our Jane Doe Studio, things like that. And then you can see it changes some of the text and everything directly there, and then you would just change the title. But what if you don't have anything here or here, and you don't know what to write? Well, the nicest thing is you have the ability to create a prompt. So click here on that text, you'll go directly in. So right here, we're going to remove everything here and just save it as. There we go. So it's an empty block. Now we're just going to, instead of clicking the button, there's this highlighted section here. Create your own custom AI instructions. You'll see that there are the ability to prompts here. So to do prompts, we put some examples here just in case you don't know what to write about. But here's a great one right here. Help me rewrite my website's page to sound more personal, approachable by focusing on passions, photography, and connecting to clients. For here, I'm going to write about, I need a closing paragraph for my business to leave customers excited about the potential of booking with me. That's what we're going to tell it to do. And now it's going to generate something based off what we've asked it to do. This really helps because now you can see what type of language that it's saying. As we wrap up, I want to express how thrilled I am at the thought of working together to create stunning portraits that truly represent who you are. At Jane Doe Studios, we understand that every individual has their own unique story, and I'm here to help you tell yours. Whether you choose an indoor studio session or a vibrant outdoor shoot in the heart of New York City, I promise we'll have fun and a creative experience, and it will leave you with beautiful memories to cherish for a lifetime. Let's embark on this exciting journey together. Your moment to shine is just a click away. So you can see it really wrote the language as a closer. And of course, then you can modify the way it looks and stuff like that. You can add a title like, let's book today. Something like that. And then you can go through here, modify it, keep it left, line, center, however you want to. You can then also modify like, hey, maybe you want this part to be, an H1. You can do that compared to the other. There we go. See, now we've created this new completely written section, and it looks expressive. It feels like our business, and you can go through each block individually and make those types of changes. That's how easy it is writing with PhotoBiz. So when you go over to, like, say, your story page, you see what it says here. There's a bunch of placeholder information. Click here. Immediately, it's going to adapt from your business profile what you've told you are. And then you can change the title. Instead of Ashland, Oregon, New York City. And there we go. And this is just going to take so much pressure off yourself, off your plate, so you don't have to worry about, like, I don't know what to write, I don't know how to talk about myself. Well, these are great starting points. Even if it isn't ideally saying who you are, now you have a jumping off point to where you can talk about, like, what you do in the meantime, something like that. You could write, when I'm not shooting photos, I love to read comics, watch movies, and play games with my family on the weekends. Let's talk how we can make your personalized event special. Something like that. You could say that it's right here. Maybe there's some things I want to change, how it's written, stuff like that. But now I can ask PhotoBiz AI to review what I wrote, and that's going to make, a completely different way of writing it. So now it wrote at the bottom, outside of photography, I enjoy immersing myself in comics, movies, and family games during the weekend. Let's connect and discuss how you can make your personalized event truly special. So you can see it retained some of those elements, kept some of my voice, but then it just refined it because maybe some of the structure of how it was written wasn't proper. Maybe there was some lack of clarity, or maybe there was typos, but at least now there is a vision there. And of course, you can do this for every single section of your website. Again, even if you have testimonials that are improper, because sometimes you get testimonials and they're not written well. Say this is a whole written out testimonial. You can go through here, make those revisions, and now look at it. Now it's presenting you in the right light. And that's what you want. That's what you want. So think about how you can utilize that for your website. And then, there's other things you're writing, such as your SEO. SEO is very difficult for a lot of people, especially people that are too busy to focus on this. But you can see all the pages have SEO already optimized for it and customized directly for you, especially if you're just starting. You're going to see there might be a blank page or so, but hey, you can implement it right away. Easiest thing to do is go to Ask PhotoBiz AI. Again, you can see this is about our story. Let's go ahead and make some modifications. Boom. It's going to update it, and there we are. And you didn't have to do all that extra keyword research. Sure, you can add some more if you want to. You didn't have to think about your meta descriptions because, hey, it's already basing it off the information that's written there and the page title. All that is already being calculated by the system's algorithm to understand how to build your website. So now when you click save, now it's there, fully changed, and you didn't have to do much work to make that possible. So think about other things you can do to enhance this. Say these images. Oh, you've got to go through and add alt text. Alt text can be so time consuming, right? Well, let's just click Ask PhotoBiz AI. See what it says about this photo. Woman with long hair in a white dress standing out in the sunlit forest. Hey, it's done. Because that's what the ideal idea of alt text is. It is implementing, accessibility. People who have difficulty reading, people who can't see computers. That's what the intent of alt text is for. It's just now people utilize it for SEO purposes. Now, hey, your alt text is there, and if you want to, you could say photograph by Jane Doe Studios right at the end. New York, whatever. And it's already implemented for you. You're not having to think about so much. It's just now, instead of being a website creator or builder, you're having to think of yourself as more of an editor. You're seeing what's done, making those tiny tweaks so it says the things that you want it to say and implementing the strategies that you want to be implemented. Because what used to be such a time sink is now virtually done in seconds. Like entire landing pages can be built. Previously we've wrote entire booking pages and stuff like that. Think about ways that you can implement these types of strategies directly here as well. Maybe you want entire systems added to here, like, oh, I want to explain what a shoot is like with me. Okay, well, let's do that. We're going to add this list block. We're going to add just a simple breakdown. Here we go. And you can see the descriptions available and stuff like that. Well, guess what? You might not be able to do it yet on this block, but you can take in an editor block. You can then, write about step 1, booking. Select a service that you prefer and a date and time. Step 2, the shoot. Select, we'll go to your preferred location in studio or outdoors and we'll create a stunning session. Then step 3, finalizing images for purchase. You'll select your preferred images for prints and more. Okay, so I wrote that. You can see there's some errors and stuff like that because I wrote it pretty fast. But guess what? I'm going to go ahead and tell it, ask PhotoBiz AI to make this better. There we go. Now we're going to keep that. We're going to go save it. I'm going to copy each section. And then down here, I'm going to paste in this information how I want. So step 1, booking. You can keep the steps if you want to, or book your session. We can modify it. Book your session. There we go. Number 2, let's do this one. Go to this one, paste it in, make any other last minute tweaks you want to. I'm going to take this up here. Perfect. And then our last one, finalizing purchases. So we're just going to copy, paste it in, and then you can remove that block and you're all done. And this took us virtually, what, less than 5 minutes? Isn't that nice? And of course, then you can tweak how you want to look by just selecting different blocks and stuff. So easy, simple, elegant, and it took no time. Now we got a process built here so they understand what it's like to book with you. And now this page is going to look absolutely stunning. Let's take a look. Go up here to the top. Let's refresh our page. Look at this segment. There it is. And of course, you can tweak things. Purchase. We could just call it purchase if we wanted to. On booking, we might say book session instead. Let's see, just so we can get them all aligned. There we go. So now it's even better. So you can see how it can be curated by you writing, have it revise it, then you do your finalization with tweaking. It's as simple as that. It makes it so much faster than you trying to figure out every single word, how to curate it to sound proper, how to make it professional or the tone of voice that you're seeking. Now you're just an editor. And that's so much easier than you having to think of everything on the fly. Beyond that, we can take it to our other elements within the PhotoBiz suite. So let's take a look at other things you can do. So if we go over here to the blog, I know blogging is hard, guys. Blogging can be so difficult because it means you have to carve out time to figure out things to write. And blogging is a secret weapon when it comes to being searched for on Google and things like that. It's very important because it is like adding extra pages, but like not adding extra links up in your menu. So it's very valuable because now instead of having maybe 5 to 7 links, that means 5 to 7 pages, and that's you fighting against trillions of website pages. If you have more SEO focused blog content, now you can have 10 pages, 13 pages, 20 pages, 40 pages, 100 pages that are doing the hard work for you. And that's important to understand. So how can we write with this? Well, let's just do some simple stuff. We're just going to write about senior session in New York. That's our starting point, right? What to expect. How about that? We're going to take this. I'm just going to utilize this in our area. So you could start writing your segments here however you want to. If you want to sound, and you just want it to use it as revision, that's completely fine. Or you can utilize the prompts. I'm going to utilize the prompts here. So I'm going to tell it to do a couple things. I need to write an evergreen blog about, and what is evergreen? If you've heard that term thrown around before, evergreen means something that can last forever. So it doesn't have a timed event attached to it. Like, oh, I wrote this for 2025. It won't work in 2026. No, something that can kind of last forever. So, at least for at least 5 years, right? Because fashion will obviously change. So if you're telling them to wear something now and then in 10 years, that fashion might not hold up. But general instructions and things like that might be worth looking at. So then I'm just going to paste in this. I need to write an evergreen blog about senior sessions in New York City, what to expect. And I'm just going to put some quotes around it. There we go. Now it's going to generate it. It's going to write a blog article based on the prompt that I gave it. We're telling it to do specifics. And of course, you can get deeper with the prompts if you want to be very minute about like locations, anything like that. If you want tone of voice added, anything like that, you can do that here. So you can see it wrote a 5-point article about variations and stuff like that. So, let's just read a little bit of it. Senior sessions in New York City, what to expect. Obviously, we don't need that part now because we have that as the title anyway. Make this change. I'm just going to make it 1. There we go. So let's read it. At Jane Doe Studios, we specialize in capturing the essence of seniors through our stunning photography tailored to celebrate your individuality with considering a senior session in a vibrant backdrop of New York City. Here's what you can expect when you choose us for a memorable experience. 1. Personalized consultation. Before your session, we will engage in a personalized consultation to discuss your vision. Whether you're an athlete, artist, tech whiz, wallflower, I want you to understand what makes you unique. This is your moment, and together we'll brainstorm ideas to reflect your interests and personality. So let's jump down a little bit further to number 4. Various photography styles. At Jane Doe Studios, I utilize calm and elegant approach in photography. Whether you prefer classic portraits, candid moments, or artistic compositions, we will work together to capture a range of images that you will cherish forever. With the attention to detail and a focus on storytelling, each photo will encapsulate a moment of time that reflects who you are. So you can just see It's written to last forever on behalf of you. It's like extra marketing. That's what you have to think of this as. And then you can just add a photo from your clipboard. So we're just going to add this one. And now you have this entire thing written on behalf of you. If you want to change this, you can totally do that. Different looks, different things like that. All that stuff can be modified here. You can add some other images. Maybe we add these two. We'll change the layout to more of like a collage style. We'll add one more image. How about that? There we go. So now when we look at this article, it looks like this. And of course, I'm going to tweak a couple things real quick just to make it a little bit more beautified. There we go. So now when we refresh it, look at it live. There we go. Then you can add your button, your call to action, drive them where you want to go next. Let's take a look at it. So we got this collage, got this, we're going to add a button. You drive them to where you want to go next, book your session today. And now this is not just a blog article, it is a landing page. So I can send them where I want to. I'm just going to send them to photobiz.com. I want them to go there, So now this page is acting as a strength for you. Let's refresh it. There's that button. They click it, takes them where you want them to go. So now this is a landing page. Think of each blog as the ability to create landing pages that are unique stories, marketing. Those are the things you need to think about with this content. Now you can modify settings. You can add SEO directly here as well. You can see it has some generalized one. It's okay. But let's ask PhotoBiz AI. I'm going to hit save. You can see it wrote something that's a little bit more elegant, a little bit more clever. It's also utilizing the character limits, and it even added keywords. So senior photography, New York portraits, Jane Doe Studio, senior sessions, NYC photography, unique personality, memories, athletes, photos, artistic portraits. All uniquely coded for you. And then you publish it. It's ready for the world. Then you can share it through your social media channels. You can put it on your website if you want to have the ability to share blogs. It's like, hey, there it is. And now people can just go to your website. They can read your recent content. They can learn more about everything, what to wear for a wedding or a winter sessions, So you see, writing this content is going to make it much more useful as a tool. There's utility to it now. I know the fears of AI can feel like, well, it doesn't feel like, is it scraping anything? It's scraping yourself at that point, and you're wanting it to make sure that it's constructing it and revising it. Just like having Google, docs and things like that, asking for spell checks, stuff like that. So you can use this as a revisionist tool. If you use something like Grammarly, it's utilizing algorithms and AI just like how this system is. So it's looking at ways to improve upon what is written there versus completely taking something from somewhere else. Even if you struggle with other things, like maybe you don't know how to code, maybe there's some things that are difficult for you, you can utilize the abilities here as well. So what if I want to take something from somewhere? So give me a second. I'm just going to get a code. I'm just going to go to YouTube, go to our YouTube channel that we're on right now, right? I'm just going to go to PhotoBiz. I'm just going to, hey, what if I embed the video we're watching right now? Let's see if we can do that. mute myself. I'm going to click share. So let me bring up the browser again. There we go. I'm just going to get this embeddable code here, right? You could do that. If you didn't know what you're doing though, I could copy this, right? I can just copy the link. If you didn't know to click the share button, because a lot of people, you'd be surprised they don't know to click the share button to create embeddables. But if I go here, I can open up a text block. I can just say something like, make this video embeddable. And then I give it the link. What it'll do then is it'll take this code and understand that you're looking for an embeddable link, and it will generate that for you. So you can lean on this as a helper as well. You can see right here, here's the video. Where's that video link? There it is. What if we just take it? Right? So what if I just take that? I'm just going to copy it for a second. We'll see what it does. You can see the video's embedded there already. So if we were to go here, we could watch ourselves watching ourselves. Video's embedded now. Isn't that great? We didn't have to do anything. Isn't that... Oh, I love that. Now you can take that code if you need to and take it to a video block, and then you can make that video block, beautify it. Like, oh, well, it's got this old one here. Guess what? Pop that guy in here. Now you're ready to roll. Now it's ready to showcase for you. It's really helpful. Now it's helping you write and code things. So if there's something that you need help with, like maybe you want to put embeddable TikToks and things like that that you didn't know how to make embeddable, it can assist you with those types of things by just asking it, hey, can you make this embedded on my website? Hey, and what it's going to do is it's going to create something called an iframe, which you might not know how to code, and it'll do that for you. Isn't that awesome? What are some other things we can look at? Let's take a look. Let's go to our marketing area. Let's go to, our email campaigns. We're here now. Let's just start with this one. We're splashing the savings. Here, obviously, we'll change the photo. Maybe it's going to be about seniors getting, graduations. You can tell it to write something completely different. So let's say senior grad photos for the spring. Sale is coming soon. Book now and save 20% before March. Something like that. You can say that. How it's written. Or you can just tell it to try. And there you go. Capture your unique personality with our senior photographs by Jane Doe Studios in New York City. Take advantage of our upcoming sale and enjoy 20% off on your session. Book now and save before March. So much more robust, much more attractive sounding, makes you sound more professional. And now you're ready. Make any other changes that you want. Right? I mean, it's like, it makes it so much easier at the end of the day. Now, you can't add video content. I'm sure it'll break, but yeah, there's so many options. Think about the things that you can do to make those elements work for you. That's what I want to make sure you understand today. How you can utilize the AI to help write something on behalf of you. Maybe we want something completely different. I have an upcoming sale for 20% off if people book in advance for spring graduation photos. Tell them to book now. So you can say something like that. Now it's going to generate text based on the prompt. And there we go. And it's gone in there, it's created this. If it's too long or maybe you want some changes, again, just ask PhotoBiz AI again to revise itself. And then you can go through there and make those changes again. It just really, really helps at the end of the day when it comes to curating and saving you time. And that's our focus. You have better things to do. Spending your time figuring out how to write this content can be expensive, and it can be also timely. And you just rather spend your time elsewhere. So that's it for today. I hope that you can see how you can utilize the PhotoBiz AI system to really assist you in writing content on, with you. Not just for you, but with you. That's the main thing. So take advantage of these features and tools. Take a look at our blog.photobiz.com. You can check out what's new in the last year, but also what came out recently. You can always take a look at that. Some other things we have coming out is our tips and tricks. So website tips for 2026. We walk through things that can help you when it comes to making sure that the experience is wonderful. Things that you want to make sure are clear is clarity. You want to make sure that you have a beautiful mobile experience. Make sure that you're utilizing emotion to convey things such as stories. And transparency, making sure people know your price, the cost of your products, the prices, and testimonials are also huge. Also, speed. Speed is a major feature, and then fewer pages is also better. If you can make your funnel small and quick and easy to navigate through, the more likely you are to sell. Remember, your website is a conversation, not just a brochure. Even though your homepage should be like a brochure, we're adapting, we're changing now. The goal isn't to impress everyone, it's to resonate. So, those are some things you need to look at. Take a look at all our things that we have here that are featured, and join us for our upcoming events. So go to our education.photobiz.com. Before we talk about education here, in the next couple weeks, on January 23rd, our 5th annual masterclass event will be taking place where we're going to be focusing on these 3 main topics. It's 1-day event, 3 hours, website design for photographers, selling online, booking galleries and invoicing, and marketing strategies that you can utilize for 2026. I think you're going to see a lot of help during this time, so I definitely think you should, I definitely recommend that you come to it. Our team has been working on it nonstop to make sure that we're going to deliver on web design tips. Also going to talk about our brand new AI website creator that's about to drop. You're not going to want to miss it because it's going to walk you through how to utilize that. And then setting up to sell online. I know that can be hard for people, but remember, your website is more than a website. It is a full-fledged system. It is a studio for you to sell and market yourself. So we're going to talk about how you can set up booking with the scheduling tool, how you can set up private galleries for purchases, and how you can set up invoicing and proposals utilizing the quotes and invoicing tool. And then lastly, we'll be talking about marketing strategies that you can implement from social media down to your website itself. So you definitely don't want to miss that event. Again, January 23rd, starting at 11, we're going to be focusing on that. And it's going to be really wonderful for you. Okay? All right, so if we go back to the education page, again, if you want to see upcoming events, you can check out our upcoming events in the upcoming events tab. Right now we're doing anything writing about writing with PhotoBiz AI. Then we'll have website reviews next week, and then the following week is the masterclass event. And then if you need help, our team is here to assist you. We have our coaching services. When you click that in the top corner, you'll see coaching services available. One of our most popular services available, $150 for 1 hour's worth of work, gets a lot done. I promise you will walk away with a virtually brand new website if you're looking for that, or your products are fully set up. Our team will help you right away. And of course, you have on-demand videos that you can watch anytime that can assist you with setting up your website and all the tools and features that we have. All right, I want to thank you for joining me today. Again, if you have any questions or comments, please leave in the comment section, or you can always feel free to contact our team via live chat or phone. Our team is always here to help you. We're so excited about January. We can't wait to see what you've been doing, and we can't wait to see you at our masterclass event. Please join us. I think you're going to have some huge takeaways that can help you into the future, especially with working with PhotoBiz. All right. I hope everyone has a great and wonderful rest of their day and wonderful weekend.